Hello, potential customers of an Ibanez Prestige AZ with 2 humbuckers, because that's the topic today. But more than that, we're looking at the same guitar, just with different body woods. And it might be interesting for you, because, for the sound. But also, they have different colors, and you're probably going to go for the color you like most anyway. So what we have is this thing here, which is the Ibanez AZ 2202A TFB. TFB stands for Trf-Tfb. Tri-Flumb Burst. Tri-Fade Burst. Now, it's a freaking sunburst. Which is for me, works on a Strat. On an Ibanez, I like my TAB in the blue with the top, but it's nice. It's beautifully done. It's a high gloss finish, if you can see that right here. It's a beautifully done high gloss. Now this is an Ibanez AZ, where I don't quite get those knobs. I don't like those. I would replace them. But it's 5-position switch, volume tone, and then this little tap switch, which is amazing, because out of the 2 humbuckers, this guitar gets 10 sounds. Yes, that is absolutely amazing. So, yes, it gets 10 sounds out of those 2 humbuckers. I don't know how, but it works. It has, because it's the Prestige series, a roasted maple neck and fretboard. Now, the Premium series also has roasted maple necks, but the Prestige series has the S-Tech treatment, which means this guitar can be traveled from the Antarctic, and from this guitar, travel can it be from Antarctica to the tropics, and it's probably going to be in tune. I'm not shitting you. It actually, they do something magical to the necks. It's pretty fantastic. It has this beautiful, little bit thinner part than somewhere else, and then this, people say you can get into higher, but I don't see it. It has a pretty thick trem block, because it's, of course, the Japanese version from Fujigen. There is quite a bit of upbending you can do because of the hollowness underneath. It's a great Godo thing, a trem. It has Godo locking tuners. You can't lock them here, but once you tighten them, bam, it's going to be locked. And you can see there's almost no strings around the tuners, and they are staggered. See, they get smaller, so only 1 string tree is necessary. No, what's that thing? No truss rod cover. I would have loved if they have the truss rod adjustment here, but they don't. We have lumen lace on the side, and it's kind of a D-shaped something, I think. Is that what they call it? Or oval C? I think they call it oval C. AZ Oval. It's an AZ neck. They're phenomenal. Playability on these guitars is amazing. It's not your typical wizard neck. Trem is killer. These are just really good tools. Now, where's the difference between this and this? Well, an obvious difference is that one's black. And it's satin. It's a freaking boring black no gloss guitar. Well, luckily, because black gloss leaves fingerprints everywhere. So I would prefer it to be satin like this, or just a matte finish, if that's what you want. I would probably go for the tri-burst thingy. But the other difference is the body woods, and this has 24 frets. So this is the AZ 2402 BKF. Black as fuck. No, I don't know what that stands for. That stands for black flat. Oh, black as fuck. Both of them clocking at 19. Is it true? 1999. Oh, no, that was $100 more. 1999, 2099. Okay. But essentially, they should be the same guitar. Well, this is 24 frets, and the body is alder, whereas this one, the Tri-Fade Burst, is ash, and it's 22 frets. That is the only difference. Everything else with the switchy and everything else is the same. Now, how do they perform differently? We want to know. Well, first, let's do 2 more things. We're going to look at the case and we're going to weigh them. Black one's 3.4 kilograms. The tri-fade burst is 400 grams less. The ash is less than the alder by quite a bit. 3 kilo, that's not a heavy guitar. Okay? And then we look at the case that they come in, which is a super cool, solid, hard shell case, 3 Class B things, and they come with a beautiful case smell, first of all, and they come with a multi-tool right there, little instruction manual, beautifully shaped, perfectly for an AZ. This is a good case. The only thing I criticize on it, if you look at the comparable Fender case that the American Ultra comes in, this can be locked here, okay? The Fender one can be locked, which this one technically can if you have your own little lock right here. But the Fender one can be locked and has a TSA lock, which means if the people at the airport want to open it and check out what's inside, they can use their own key that they have and it works. This one, they're going to break open. I've seen it happen and they don't pay you for it. So Ibanez, please install a TSA lock. It's a good idea. So now we're going to look at those two guitars through different amps, tons of sounds, and compare, well, if there's a difference. And then we're back to me. Back to me, as I promised. So, personally, playability this is all the same. I didn't even notice that the black one had 24 freaking frets. Oh, I don't go up there, so I don't know. Tonally speaking, I think the ash one, which is... No, that's the ash one. The older one, which is the black one, had a tiny bit more high-end in bitiness. So the interesting thing is the AZs already are dosed with a lot of sparkle, a lot of high end. That defines a series. They're not Strats, they're Ibanez AZs. They have their own sound. There's a lot of top end. And that's beautiful for the attack, for the cleans and all that stuff. But if you have a wood combination that even adds more, it can be a tad too much. I felt that on this one, it was just a little bit more than I wanted, whereas this one was perfect. So for color, personally, I would go for the Tri-Fade Burst one. Tonally, personally, I would go for the Tri-Fade Burst one. Had I never played them back to back, this one, it's a kick-ass guitar. So, I mean, if I have to choose one of the two, I would go for the Tri-Fade Burst one, but probably also because I don't like just black guitars. I know. But you should probably check them out at a store or order both of them, send one back, whatever you want to do. If you're unsure, if this hasn't taught you anything, probably based on the samples, you might not be able to hear it. When you're playing it, you feel it. So maybe what I say means something to you. If not, then fine, order both or order one of them, but order one. Thanks to Ibanez, by the way, for commissioning this video. They paid for it. Whether that means or not that you don't believe me, that's up to you. If you know my channel, you know that doesn't influence me. Please support me, which means go to Instagram and follow. That absolutely helps. Go to Facebook, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. That really does a lot. The more subscribers I have, the more important the company thinks I am, which I'm not. I'm still me. The videos are still the videos. And what really supports me, what really feeds the animals is if you go below and you click on a link at Thomann, which or Sweetwater, both of them, and that starts a cookie, which means you buy a pack of strings next week, I get a percentage of that. So thank you for doing that. Just use the links for whatever you want to do. You want to buy a drum set for your kid? Click one of my links. That'll also help. Thanks to Leslie for switching this. Thanks to Ibanez, and animals at the end.